Hello, my name is Anna Wilson, and today I will be discussing what I feel are my stronger and weaker dispositions as a future educator. So, at number 10, which I feel is my strongest disposition, I have compassion. I have always had a desire to help people. I currently work in a daycare, and that has just helped me solidify that. I want to keep chasing that dream. I also struggle with anxiety, so mental health is very important to me, and I'm very interested in helping children who struggle with their own mental health. My next disposition, I have respect for the diversity of others. Although I am a straight white woman in America, I am represented. I have seen others who are not, and I am very interested in making young children feel like they are represented. So that is just something that's important to me. I want to provide my students with materials, with books, with videos, music, anything I can to make them feel comfortable and make them feel like they're represented in my classroom. The next disposition that I feel like I am stronger in is professional conduct. I currently work as a daycare teacher, so this has taught me how to dress, how to speak professionally to parents, how to speak respectfully to children. That experience has given me everything I need to have a professional conduct. The next disposition that I have is reflection. This is an area that I do feel needs some work, but so far I have taken the opportunity to write down and think about ways that I could improve a lesson, but I haven't been teaching for such a long time that I have been able to pursue doing a lesson a different way, but it is definitely something that I think about. The next disposition that I feel I need more improvement on is curiosity. I feel that I am a curious person and I am not opposed to doing things another way, but like reflection, this is something that I do spend some time thinking about, but I don't always pursue it. So in the future, I would just like to take the opportunities to pursue that and try things a different way. The next disposition that I have on my list is advocacy. So this is something that I struggle with. I care very deeply about my students. There's no doubt in my mind about that. However, struggling with anxiety, social anxiety, means that I struggle with conflict. If I feel like I am going to start conflict by my advocacy, I may not say anything. And that is actually a very hard thing for me to admit, because it sounds wrong coming from a future educator, but it's the truth, and it is something that I plan to improve on. And I think with training, with support from my superiors, I think that'll be something that will come easier to me. I have put dedication at number 3, which may sound surprising, but since I do currently work as a daycare teacher, sometimes I do struggle to stay dedicated because I don't always feel supported. And if you do not feel supported, that is just something that you're going to struggle with. That is not to say that I am not dedicated to my students. I am always dedicated to them, but I do need support to stay dedicated to the profession. And I think that this will be something I can improve if I can collaborate with other teachers, talk to other teachers, see what their thoughts are, be aware of the school district decisions, be a part of that decision-making process. And I think using my local community to help create lessons, just feeling like I'm not alone, will help me stay more dedicated to my profession. Next, I have honesty at number 2. Again, it feels wrong for me to have it so low on the list, but this again, it comes with the anxiety, the social anxiety. I don't struggle to explain to superiors or even to students what is going on and what we need to do, but parents, that's where I struggle a little bit, because again, I don't want any conflict, and so far I haven't had a lot of experience. I haven't had any experience being a teacher in an elementary setting, so not having that um, makes me feel like I'm only presenting a problem and not a solution. So I think with the experience in the field, I'll be able to find those solutions, and honesty will be a lot easier for me. Um, and finally, I have high expectations at the bottom. Um, if I am very honest, I was the kind of student that I always did my homework. I was a good student, but I didn't have high expectations for myself. I felt like a B was good enough, even a C was good enough if I was passing. If I had a subject that I just struggled with, and as long as I could get by, it was fine. And that's not the way that I want my students to feel. Um, so I do plan to have realistic expectations. I plan to know my students and be aware of what their skills and abilities are. And I guess you would say I have high expectations, but they're specific to each student. But I do feel like that is something that I need to improve on. Just to make sure that my students are really getting all that they can out of my classroom. So finally, the I believe that a professional educator is kind, is understanding, and is aware of their students, what they're going through, what their capabilities are. This person should make everyone feel safe and welcome. No one should ever feel judged in a classroom. So that's the kind of environment that I want to create in my classroom. And I believe that's all.